Welcome everyone to the Blake's Take live stream of this 2021 matchup, I guess 2022 matchup, excuse me, between the Philomath boys basketball team and the Rainier boys basketball team in the Warriors' final game of their non-league schedule before they head into their league schedule against a very tough opponent in the Cascade Cougars, currently ranked number 2 in the 4A conference. This Friday at home, I'll be here live streaming that as well. Thank you all for those who are tuning in, can't make it in person, or if you're just tuning in to Blake's Take, I appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please for an important announcement. We ask that you be respectful and follow the state and county mask mandates while indoors. If you're asked by a staff member to observe the mandate, please do so respectfully with the understanding that it is the job of the health staff to ensure policies are being followed. Your prompt and courteous cooperation help protect competition opportunities for our students. If you need a mask, they're available at the announcer's table. And now let's get started with our pregame announcements. Good evening and welcome to Philomath High School, the home of the Warriors. Tonight's nine-day basketball game between visiting Columbians of Rainier High School and your Philomath Warriors. Tonight's game is sponsored by Philomath High School and the OSAA. We'd like to remind you all that good sportsmanship is an essential part of the athletic experience for all participants, and we invite you to join the teams, coaches, and officials and catch the spirit of good sportsmanship on the court and in the stands. And now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game, beginning with the Rainier Columbians. A junior, number 3, Austin Stout. Number 4, a senior, Kenny Tripp. Number 5, a senior, Riley Painter. Number 14, a junior, Josh Ellis. And number 20, a sophomore, Colby Pitts. Including our coach, Jared Bowman.
So it looks like Austin Stout, Kenny Tripp, Josh Ellis, and company will be starting for the Rainier. Cameron Ordway, starter for the Warriors, senior. Ty May, power force of this Warriors offense. Also another starter tonight. Sophomore Preston Kramer has been doing very well, proving himself this season. Another youngin, Cole Beardsley Jr., very solid on the ball as well. And then, of course, another big body in the paint. We have Chad Russell. And here we go, everyone, into this matchup. Warriors appear to be favored in this one. Tip goes to Beardsley. Beardsley kicks it to Kramer. Looking on the edge, takes it back up top, kicks it to Beardsley again. And Beardsley gets it in for the quick lay. The 2-0 lead. Trapped by Beardsley, kicks it up to Ordway. Ordway drives in the lane and gets the bucket. 2 quick points for the Warriors. And Josh Ellis just appears to toss that one to the Warriors bench. Don't know what was going on there. Beardsley kicks it to Ordway. Kicks it to Russell. Pull-up jumper is good from the wing. And on the jumper is Kenny Tripp. Tripp gets the rebound, kicks it out to Austin Stout. He's it back to Tripp. Stout with the pull-up jumper at the baseline, no good. Nothing but air. Beardsley kicks it up to Ordway, who kicks it up to May, and no good on the jumper, but it'll stay Warrior ball. Some great ball movement there by the Warriors. Kramer kicks it up to May. Swings it around to Ordway, back to May, and gets the two. Stout almost picked again. And Tripp looks inside. May with the steal. And it'll stay Warriors ball. Warriors aggressive on defense here early. Kramer kicks it up to May. They swing it around to Beardsley, drives inside, looks for Russell on the baseline. Russell goes up, and he gets the two. Using his size advantage there for sure. And Ellis throws it off the foot of May. It'll stay Rainier ball. The Colombians is their name. And inside is Colby Biddix. He gets the Colombians their first points of the game. Kramer looks inside for May, and the easy slam. Slam dunk for Ty May. And outside is Tripp. No good. And Biddix is fouled. He'll shoot two. It's a really strong start for the Warriors. 10-point lead right now. The Colombians are 2-4 right now in their non-league play. Ranked 22nd in 4A. While the Warriors are 5-3, currently ranked 9th. The 4A trying to crack into that top 5. Some elite teams in this Oregon West Conference that they'll have to compete with. Ordway looks inside for Beardsley. Kicks it out to Russell. And on the slam is May once again. And the foul. What a play by May. Great ball movement, and great look from Chad Russell to Ty May. The two big 6'7s connecting for a great play for the Warriors. And gets the three-point play. What a play by May. Great ball movement for the Warriors. Kramer and Ordway on the trap. Tripp kicks it to Trout. But it'll be no good. Kramer appears to be trapped in the corner. Ellis goes up. And no good on the two. And Russell reset it, Beardsley. Beardsley with the outside jumper. No good. Rebound is Kramer, who gets his first points of the game on the putback two. Ellis is fouled by Ordway. Jace Womack will check into the game for Ellis. And it appears that the Warriors will burn a timeout. So great start for the Warriors, out to a 17-2 lead here with still 2 minutes or so remaining in the first quarter. Defense and ball movement have been outstanding for the Warriors. And here we go now. The Columbians will bring it back in. And it goes right back to the Warriors. Beardsley will take it up.
Jace Womack now in the game for Whitman.
May up top from outside, and he gets it to go.
Cole Matthews in the game for the Warriors.
Here now is Womack. Kicks it back up to Tripp. Tripp with the spin move. Drives inside. Stolen by Beardsley, who kicks it up now. Looking for May, but it won't go. But it'll stay white ball. They swing it around, swing it inside to Chad Russell. Good look there by Preston Kramer to Chad Russell with the connection. Up now is Tripp driving inside. Oh, but he kicks it out to Biddix. Biddix goes up. Russell with the rebound. And he'll reset things for the Warriors. Beardsley works on Tripp. Appears he fell on the ground. An attempt to draw the foul. And then we get the jump ball here, and that'll go to the Columbians. Here goes Womack now on the drive, puts up a shot, won't go. Rebounded by Biddix, working on Russell. We'll kick it out to Painter. Painter goes up on Kramer, won't go. And Russell with another rebound, just been lethal on the boards tonight. Cole Matthews looking for options. Inside is Russell. Off the great look by May. And Tripp works on Beardsley's spin move again. Kicks it out to Womack. Womack works on Matthews. And he gets a little handsy and draws his first foul of the game.
Warriors foul called on Cole Matthews. Third team foul on the Warriors. Jacob Peters checks into the game for the Warriors.
And young sophomore Jacob Peters will check in now for Chad Russell. He's been a great impact player this season. Tripp now works on Beardsley again. A step back Jay. Won't go. Rebounded by Beardsley. And he'll reset things. Beardsley to Kramer. Inside to Peters. And he'll turn it over. Here comes Womack, who dishes it to Painter. And that'll be out of bounds, staying Columbians' ball. And Matthews Steps aside. Kramer with the long ball. Oh, won't go off to the right. Rebounded by Beardsley. Oh, Kramer with the nice dime inside to his fellow sophomore, Jacob Peters. Incredible pass by Preston Kramer. Tripp looking that sets things up. We'll give it to Painter. And stolen by Beardsley on the breakaway. And he'll scoop and score. May there for reassurance, of course. Tripp looking for a shot before the quarter, and it will miss. Not hit anything. That'll do it for the first half. Warriors 28, Columbians 2. Getting out to an incredible lead so far. Not looking good for the Columbians, but looking like a great night for the Warriors so far. Incredible ball movement in that first quarter, all around by all players. Getting great looks, setting up great shots. And incredible defense as well, making the Columbians uncomfortable. And as you can see on the scoreboard, only 2 points. So great looks all around there for the Warriors. Not much of a student section here tonight. But Cascade, it'll be a rowdy crowd for sure, as those are the Warriors rivals long time. And when the Cougars come to town, it gets pretty packed in this here gym. That'll be an exciting game to call. Sure, much closer than what we have seen thus far. We'll see if the Columbians can turn it around, but this game already looks fairly out of reach. And Beardsley kicks it out to Logan Carter, who's in the game now. Peters inside, kicks it out to Matthews, who hits the long ball. From distance is Matthews. And that appears to be a legal screen on Womack. Beardsley will dish it inside to Peters, kicks it out to Matthews. And Beardsley to Carter. Matthews works on the baseline. Rebounded by Isaac Lattin, who gets fouled and will go to the line. Isaac Lattin, a multi-sport athlete, the Defensive Player of the Year in the 3A Special District Conference. Helps anchor the Warriors defense to their first playoff appearance since 2015. And that one misses quite a distance. It isn't football season anymore, so Isaac will look to get back on the hardwood, try to dial things back in there. But an incredible athlete on the football field this year. And his athleticism will definitely contribute this season on the hardwood as well. Also now kick it to Tripp. Tripp looking to work inside with the Euro step. Won't get that one to go. And blocked by Peters is Ellis. Those big hands of his, oh, I wish you could see them. They are massive. Incredible hands. Great defender all around, just a sophomore. Lots of upside. Matthews will look for the long J, And he'll hit one again. Cole Matthews with another triple. Tripp kicks it to Dante McGill. And Tripp looking to get some handles on, but that'll roll off his foot, leading to a Warriors ball. And Cameron Ordway will now check in for Beardsley. Beardsley really helping the offense flow. Carter drives baseline, rebounded by Peters. And Peters gets to steal back, right back. And he'll go up. Won't go tipping around. Hot potato here. And finally, Peters will get it to go. A little sequence of hot potato there. But Peters got it to go. He just kept that motor going. McGill kicks it out to Tripp with the long ball. Won't go. And tipped off Latin into the hands of Peters. And now up the court we go. Matthews with the floater. Rebounded by Latin for the two. Ellis up top with Peters. Passes it to McGill, but slips off his hands, and it'll be a Warrior ball. Lots of aggressive defense by the Warriors. Here's Carter looking inside. Kicks it up top to Peters. Another long ball for Matthews, and he will hit again. Cole Matthews' third triple of the game. Working on Latin now. Latin gets the block on a Biddix. Cole Matthews feeling it, goes baseline. And it'll be Columbians' ball. Timeout by the Columbians, and it seems a good time to do so as it is 41-2 with 4:17 remaining in the second quarter. Yikes. An incredible showing of defensive and ball movement. Just a great all-around half by the Warriors thus far. Clearly in an overmatch against this Rainier squad, who appears to have struggled this season and continues to struggle tonight. This team has had several cancellations, though. Over their past 3 games have been canceled, so they look to be getting back in the groove of things against the Warriors. Tough with all the COVID going around. With all cancellations, hopefully all our athletic programs here at Philomath High and around the state can continue to play. Here's Peters on the steal, and he'll go up and get the finish. Tripp working now. Shoots a 3. Won't go. Rebounded by Ordway. And a travel is Matthews. Appeared to be tied up with Tripp. Ellis up top with the ball. Looking for Tripp on the edge. Inside is Biddix working on Latin and Peters. That's a double trap. And Peters will foul Biddix, sending him to the line.
Warriors have to call on Jacob Peters. I would say Colton Bivix is a like the two.
Riverdale is a 3A school in the Coastal Range League. Just recently moved down to the 3A. Ordway now on the edge. Rolling is Latin, but here comes Matthews up top to take it. Peters looking around to Matthews. Kicks it back to Peters. Lots of ball movement on this Warrior team. Want to get a good look for their shots. Here's Matthews outside. Oh, that one will miss. That is his first miss from distance tonight. Here now is Biddix working, and that'll be a rebound by Latin. Here's Carter from distance, and that won't go. Looking to reset is the offense. Carter kicks it inside to Latin, who goes up and will get the two. Redeemed themselves of those earlier free throws. Such a great student and athlete is Latin. Many of these Warriors are credible in the classroom and on the field. And in this case, the Hardwood football team earned its sixth in their respective classification for academics. And it appears the basketball team will do the same. Great pride we take here at Philomath High, in both our academics and athletics. Carter goes up with the fader, switch through the net. Trip to Womack, and Ellis now. Kicks it out to McGill. Trip. Working. Step back. And stolen by Latin. Scramble on the court. And there will be a foul drawn on Trip. So Warriors ball still. All the way to Carter. And here goes Matthews. Gets the floater to go. Matthews putting on quite the first half performance with 13 points in the first half alone. Here's Ellis now on the drive. Banks it off the glass, won't go. Kicks up the court is Peters, but that one will be just too far for Matthews. And Black will take a timeout, try and get something set up for, try and get some shot set up for the end of the half, as they only have 2 points thus far with 29 seconds remaining. Warriors, on the other hand, have 49, scoring in one of their highest scoring halves of the season. This will be good preparation for the Warriors to dial in their offensive scheme and defensive scheme heading into an incredibly competitive and tough matchup ahead this Friday, right back here at Philomath High against the Cascade Cougars. Cascade is no joke. Placed second in the boys basketball tournament. Wasn't sponsored by the OSAA due to COVID, but placed second in the state tournament to the Marshfield Pirates. And are a legit threat with a center 7'1" and lots of returning talent from that state finals team. So the Warriors will definitely have to be on their A game in that matchup. So continue to work. It will be tonight against the Columbians. Womack is now up to Biddix. And stolen by Matthews. Up the court they go. And the Warriors are going to look to maybe try and get something set up. And Matthews will pull the three at the buzzer, but won't go. Still an incredible half for Matthews, finishing with 13 points. And an incredible half overall for the Warriors. 49-2 is the score here at the break. We'll resume play in 10 minutes. Great showing all around, ball movement and all for the Warriors. Not so great of a showing for the Columbians. Only 2 points in the first half. For more on boys basketball and all other sports, locally and nationally, you can catch me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube at Blake's Take. I report on all the local and national sports here at Philomath High and all around the Benton County, Willamette Valley, and national level news. As of recent, I've been talking about the Antonio Brown and other stuff going on in the NFL, especially the bowl games as of recently. Some incredible bowl game matchups we have had. Unfortunately, neither the Beavs or the Ducks were able to pull out their bowl game wins. Lost in both the LA Bowl and for the Ducks in the Alamo Bowl. Although an impressive second half comeback for the Ducks was that in the Alamo Bowl. But the future is uncertain there in Eugene as Mario Cristobal has left for the head coaching job at his alma mater in Miami. So we'll see where the Ducks go. But they are hiring the defensive coordinator from Georgia after he looks to win a national championship and get his redemption on the Alabama Crimson Tide, who are looking lethal late in the season, but so are the Georgia Bulldogs. The Crimson Tide upsetted the Georgia Bulldogs, you could say, in the SEC championship game with a victory to ruin their perfect season thus far. But Georgia sure bounced back with a win over the Michigan Wolverines, who made their first college football playoff appearance in school history in the Orange Bowl. So it'll be an incredible matchup of two SEC heavyweights Monday night in this college football playoff national championship. Last time these two met in the national championship, it was quite a game. Jalen Hurts in the first half, I can remember it like it was yesterday, was struggling on the ground and through the air. So they bring in true freshman Tua Tagovailoa, who has one of the most impressive off-the-bench performances, leading the Crimson Tide all the way back. And then having that Hail Mary throw to Devontae Smith, last year's Heisman winner, to seal the deal in overtime. Georgia, I'm sure, remembers that like it was yesterday as well and wants to erase it from their memory and try and get redemption on the Crimson Tide this year. We'll see if they can do it, though. As of up until this year, Nick Saban had not been beat by any of his former assistants. But as we saw, Jimbo Fisher, he was going to be the one to upset him, and he sure did, handing the Crimson Tide their only loss of the season down when the Aggies had an incredible performance and shocked the Crimson Tide Crimson Tide also got upset in that incredible Iron Bowl this year, where they were down 7 in the final minute, but their Heisman winner, second from the school in 2 years, first in school history for a quarterback, was Bryce Young, who had an incredible showing and continues to impress after he's set school record for both passing yards and passing touchdowns. He is quite the young talent, along with the Ohio State Buckeye quarterback C.J. Stroud, who is an incredible young talent as well, led the Buckeyes to an incredible comeback victory over the Utah Utes, who very much impressed both in Pac-12 play and in their incredible Rose Bowl, one of the best Rose Bowls I have seen. It was a back and forth battle that we saw. The Utes jumped out to an early lead, but the Buckeyes once again managed to get the last laugh, due in large part to C.J. Stroud having a record-setting performance for passing yards in that performance, mainly to his number one receiver in Jackson Smith and Jimba. Many were questioning if the Buckeyes were going to be able to keep up with the high-powered Utes, who were coming off a great win streak and 2 incredible wins over the Ducks. But they sure did, and with the loss of even with the loss of Chris Olave and other NFL talent receivers that will be entering the draft, they themselves have said Smith and Jimba is one of a kind, is the best receiver there. I've always been impressed by Ohio State's incredible recruiting throughout the years. They have just been continued to manage to rebuild each and every year and always be a college football playoff threat. Unfortunately, this year they got upset by none other than the Oregon Ducks to ruin their CFP hopes. And then ultimately at the end of the season got upset by the Wolverines out in Ann Arbor. I was happy for Jim Harbaugh, though. He deserved that. Great victory for him, solidifying his ability to continue to coach at a high level. Many were questioning that, as he had not received any bowl victories or college football playoff victories in his time at Michigan. It's been a rough stretch. He's been competitive, but has never been able to get over that championship hump, especially for a coach that coached in the Super Bowl once upon a time. He was looking to get back to that competitive level, and this was a great step in the right direction. Whether he will stay and continue to try and pursue a career in rebuilding this Michigan Wolverines program upon what has already taken a great step in the right direction, I do not know, as many reports are saying now that he may pursue the Las Vegas Raiders job. And boy, has that team had a heck of a year with all the injuries and Coach Gruden and his scandal and Henry Ruggs and his awful incident. That organization has been through a lot, and it would be such an amazing story if they can make the postseason this year with a win over the Chargers this Sunday. They control their own destiny. But after all this team has been through, it would be quite an accomplishment for them to make the postseason and come out as a wild card in the AFC. But it's going to be a crazy weekend for NFL this weekend. I will sure be covering it, as there are incredible matchups in the incredibly thin wild card race. All the divisional matchups are very important in the sense of wild card games, especially Raiders and Chargers. But all the divisions seem to be locked up except for the AFC East, which is still a toss-up between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. New England has been on quite a run this season, posting a 10-5 record. 10-6 record, excuse me. Bill Belichick really establishing himself once again at the top after that rough season last year, one of his worst in his coaching career. But wouldn't it be quite something to see him and Brady square off in the Super Bowl? That is something I would just love to see. He's such an incredible coach and such an incredible player as Brady at 45 years old, nearly still going at it, still playing at a high, consistent level, just defying the odds of Father Time. It should get to him eventually. But I don't know, man. This guy just keeps proving us wrong each and every day. And we'll see what the Buccaneers can do. They are down several guys now, especially after that wild Antonio Brown incident. My prayers go out to him as I believe he's struggling with CTE, although it can't be confirmed until obviously after he dies. But after that collision in that Cincinnati Bengals game of years ago, it appears that he hasn't been the same person. And I just hope he can be able to get his life back on track. I believe his NFL days are over, but if he can still make something of his life, I think that would be good. But as far as the Buccaneers, that's a huge loss for them. And also a huge loss in Chris Godwin and many other players on that roster. Leonard Fournette, list goes on and on. But TB12 continues to hold that team together as he has so many other teams. And we'll see what they can do, along with what these Warriors can do in the second half of this game. As we approach the second half, Warriors warming up. And we'll get back after it here at Philomath High. Hopefully the Warriors will get some younger guys in to get some experience for them. Continue to develop their program. It's been a great program that has developed star-level athletes in 2014 and 16 state championships. Looking to get another one this season. And that'll do it for the half. We'll see if the Colombians can turn things around or even reach double digits for that matter. Should be interesting to see. And here we go out of the half. 49-2 is the score. Warriors up, of course. Riley Painter will look to kick it into Kenny Tripp, who has really been the only form of offense for the Colombians tonight, doing everything he can to help his team out. McGill now looks to work on Ordway. They kick it inside to Biddix. And Painter goes up, but that won't go. Here's now Tripp at the top of the key. Looking to slow things down a little more, try and get some looks set up, are the Colombians. Not force as many drives. But here goes now Tripp and fumbles the ball around, and that'll be a double dribble off the holding of his heel. Beardsley will take it up top for the Warriors. Crosses up McGill. Russell dishes inside to Ordway. Won't go. Scramble is Tripp now. Works up the court. Pull-up jumper. Off the glass. Won't go. Rebounded by Russell. Strips it out of the hands of Tripp. And Preston Kramer will now reset the offense. Kramer works inside, and that'll be a jump ball. Stay in the Warriors' possession. Beardsley in the corner for three. Just off the front of the rim. Rebounded is Russell. And May with the rebound as well. but it'll be kicked out off the Colombians, staying in the Warriors' possession. Russell dishes it out to Ordway at the top of the key. Pull up outside is May. Bangs that one from distance for his second triple of the night. Up now is Womack. Oh, and that one is just stuffed by May. Up now the court is Ordway. Oh, May didn't even jump on that one. Just using his 6'7" length. And he'll shoot outside again and get another one from distance. Another triple for May. Ordway attempted to be stolen by May, and Warmack will draw the foul on Ordway. Trip spin move. Dishes inside. He will get that one to go. The Colombians' first point since the first quarter. Good to see them get back on the board. Up top to Beardsley from Russell. And that one will be just too far. Rebounded by Biddix. Up the court from Tripp. Pulls one way deep. And he will get it to hit. Tripp with a long triple. Dishes inside from May to Russell, and that'll be another points for the Warriors. We'll see if Tripp will look for another outside shot here. Dishes inside to Biddix, who attempts to work on Russell. Appears to just fall to the ground, but I guess it's a foul on Russell. Sometimes those big guys' bodies just move people off them. And Russell is sure a big body, listed at 6'7". Him and May are just a force to be reckoned with down low. Outside is Painter, way too far. And that'll be rebounded by Ordway. Beardsley now to young Josh Peters, who kicks it up to Latin, who will get the Jacob Peters. His brother Josh Peters recently transferred to Central High School. Was a great part of the Warriors athletic programs, but decided to transfer over to Central. He will be dearly missed on the football field, as he was a great speed, and especially on the track, incredible speed. Both him and his brother. Brother is more of a distance runner and an incredible force to be reckoned with on the hardwood. And stolen by Ordway now. And they'll look to set it up. Logan Carter from distance in the corner, and he'll get that to hit. Bucket for Logan Carter. Another senior on this Warriors roster. Stolen by Peters. As I've mentioned, a very senior loaded roster. 4 seniors in total. That'll be kicked out by the
Caden
Warriors.
Muir checks into the game for the Warriors. Chase Philomath
But
goes
speaking
down
of
for the
the
Tigers.
rising talent the Warriors have, Caden Muir checks into the game, a sophomore. Another incredible athlete on the football field. Great linebacker, another anchor on the Warrior defense, and a great defender in the basketball game as well. Sometimes he has to find that transition between football and basketball. Seems he's still working on that.
Cole Matthews called for the personal foul, 13 on the Warriors.
And triple look inside for Ellis. Ellis, it won't go. Rebounded by Peters. Matthews dishes it to Carter. Will swing me around on the baseline. He'll dish it back up top. And it'll be stolen by Painter, who and Carter recovers from his turnover by blocking Painter square in the face. Carter to Mir, and Mir in the corner. Oh, just little far. But it'll stay a Warrior ball. Like to see ambition out of the young players. Good luck from distance, but just quite a bit off the mark. He now dishes inside to Peters, kicks it out to Matthews, who kicks it out to Carter. Won't do the triple. Mir goes inside and recovers with the quick two. From distance, his trip won't get that one. And here come the Warriors up the court. Mir in the corner. That'll be swatted away by Painter. And then pick up the foul is Mir. It's been a fairly clean game for the Warriors, really on both sides. Haven't gotten into bonus for either side, which is good to keep the game flowing, especially under these circumstances. And Womack looks to drive, falls to the ground, and McGill will kick it off Carter, which will go. Miguel tries to look for Alice up top, but that one just way too far. And here comes the drive, and that one swatted into the air. A pair of wonky plays for both sides. Here's Carter now in the corner. Off the mark. At the end of the third quarter, at the buzzer, won't go. But the Warriors will pick up 15 points in the quarter to make it 64-7. Rainier also got their points on the board, scoring 5 more, but still not in double digits quite yet. We'll see if they can get there in the fourth quarter or if the Warriors can remain strong. The Warriors have had some tough losses this year, losing a close one to Junction City 41-43 and a close one to Central 42-48. They got blew out by a 5A Redmond team who is stellar program, has a Division I athlete on that team as well. It was already signed with Portland State. But otherwise, the Warriors have been doing pretty well. Jumping out to 5 wins early on. But it is nothing like their league schedule. Their league is very competitive with Cascade and Woodburn both also being fellow teams in the top 10, as well as State and being another team in the mix for top tier teams in the 4A. So it will be a ruthless schedule to the end of the season, to say the least. And it'll be especially tough with the Warriors being on the road for a majority of the rest of January. After the Cascade game, the Warriors will follow with 3 away games at Sweet Home Woodburn and Sisters. But as we have seen, the Warriors don't struggle too much on the road. Treated just like their home. Inside is Peters. Won't get that to go. Carter now. Looking for options. Mir on the baseline drives. And he'll get that one to go. Caden Mir with another bucket. Good to see him getting some varsity experience. Tripp with the step back J, and he'll get it to go. Quite a move by Tripp. Once again, the main form of offense for the Columbians. Up top from Carter to Kramer to Owen Heiken, another sophomore. Getting some varsity experience in what has been a blowout game for the Warriors. But it is important in these type of situations to develop the program furthermore and continue to build the depth of this program. So when it comes to postseason time and these guys swing up, that they're ready to make an impact when they need to. And you never know when an injury could occur. So these guys always got to be ready to step up at the varsity level. Tripp works on the drive and falls to the ground, but it'll be a blocking foul on Caden Mir. Tripp up top now. Pulls from distance again, and that won't go. He got lucky on that 1-3, but he's been trying it once again, but hadn't seemed to hit. Carter now dishes under to Kramer. Swinging baseline is Mir with the mid-ranger. Bounces a few times off the rim, and it will drop in. Tripp looking for Ellis, who looks for the jumper, and way off the mark, but rebounded by Peters. It appears the only upperclassman on the court is Carter, continuing to get minutes. But here's young Owen Heiken on the drive, but that will miss off the mark. Painter looking across for Stout. On the drive. Oh, behind the back pass from Tripp, but it won't be able to be finished. Still an incredible pass by Tripp. Inside from Heiken to Peterson, that'll finish. As the Warriors eclipse the 70-point mark. Tripp working on the drive, spin move, fader, and won't go. Rebounded by Kramer. I appreciate the heart of Tripp doing everything he can help his team out in this struggling program at the moment. But props to the Warriors continuing to be a top-tier program. And that'll be the 2-point put back by, once again, Jacob Peters. such an impact player. Although he may be playing minutes in kind of garbage time at this point, Peters is still very much a legitimate threat and impact player on the Warriors' solid varsity rotation. First caught his impression in his first varsity game of the season at Corvallis High School. And man, did he impress with just his incredible rebounding abilities and just he's just one of those guys who gets after it on the ground and never quits. Those hustle type of players are what make champions, and he is sure one of those players, and he's had an incredible impact on this Warriors lineup, making them continue to dominate both on the defensive side of the ball and just on the glass in general. He may not be as tall as May and Russell, but he has incredible athleticism. Girls basketball team has been doing it very well this season. They have been undefeated thus far and are looking stellar as they want to get redemption from that devastating loss in the state final last year to Hidden Valley. Top tier athlete Sage Kramer leading the way. Currently signed with an NAIA school in California, who is also the Warriors. She's an incredible talent that is looking to get the final ultimate hardware of a state championship in her final run as a Philomath Warrior. Still looking like a dominant team this year, and they appear to be hungrier than ever to get that state championship. And they have been showing great promise, winning the Marshfield tournament, a competitive tournament against a very top tier team in the 5A conference in Crook County. Beat them in the final to win the Les Schwab tournament. And they'll continue to just build upon what they have built thus far. Incredible turnaround of the program by both Kramer and head coach Ben Silva, who took over at the beginning of my high school career and has just done a fantastic job of keeping Philomath basketball what it has always been known for as an elite presence. Fouled his trip. Well, Rainier did accomplish something tonight and get into double digits. That's always a good thing. Unlike their junior varsity squad, who I just watched, was held to 4 points. But props to the Warriors who not letting up, continuing to play hard and show what they're capable of. And the youngins getting after it in the varsity lineup as well, not letting up and not letting the Columbians get any pride whatsoever. That's tipped away by Tripp, who just gives it right back to Kramer. And Kramer looking to wind down the clock. But pull-up jumper is Owen Hyken. That's rebounded by Carter. And the Warriors just looking to work their offense. and run out the clock here. But just a great dominant showing this Wednesday evening. And, and that appears to be Owen Tyken's first varsity points. And that's an incredible thing to watch. Good to see young kids get their points on varsity. He'll be a great impact come the future of this lineup. Just a sophomore as he. Tripp gets a nice way to end his evening with another triple. Really the only form of offense for Rainier. But back to Hyken will be a great presence along with Connor Harms, another member of the JV lineup, and Mir. That whole sophomore class shows incredible promise. And there'll be lots of shoes to fill when all these senior heavy guards, and then the two Twin Tower juniors in May and Chad go off after the days of Philomath. Lots of shoes to fill and lot of work to do when they head off. But it has been lots of fun doing this Blake's Take live stream, the first one of the season. In the Warriors' final non-league game of the season, at least for now. We'll head into a heavy conference play, and I'll keep you all up to date on their successes. And what a success tonight. 74-14 is the final here in Philomath. I will be back here Friday night in the rivalry matchup of the ages against the Cascade Cougars and the Philomath Warriors. That'll be much closer than what we saw tonight, but great experience for all the players tonight. 74-14 is the final, and I hope you all enjoyed the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. If you can make it in person, great. If you can't, I appreciate all you tuning in. Make sure you tune in to all the Blake's Take episodes. Subscribe and like for more. And I'll see you all Friday night and on YouTube. And so have a great night, everyone. Good night.